We've assembled an all-star panel of business leaders to give us their candid take on what they're hearing from these candidates. Joining us right now, Don Peebles is the chairman and CEO of the Peebles Corporation, the country's largest African-American real estate development company. Mr. Peebles is a supporter and a fundraiser for Barack Obama. Bill George considers himself an independent. He is the author of True North, a personal guide, professor at Harvard Business School, and he sits on the boards of Goldman Sachs, ExxonMobil, and Novartis. He's also the former chairman and CEO of Medtronic. Hank Greenberg also joining us. He is a McCain supporter, chairman and CEO of CV Star, and former chairman and CEO of insurance giant AIG. Gentlemen, good to have you all with us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Great to be here.
Gentlemen, first question, Bill George, you're an independent. Which candidate is best for this economy?
Well, I think Senator Obama has just demonstrated he understands we've had an economy that's benefited a few at the expense of the many, and we need to unleash the powers of all of our people. And you can't solve long-term problems with short-term Band-Aids like we've been doing. And I'm very impressed with his ability to integrate complex problems and come up with clear solutions for the long term, for energy, for education, and to, more importantly, to unleash innovation, creativity, and get all of our citizens involved in this. I think he comes out of a 21st century mindset that says we need a bottoms-up hierarchy, a non-hierarchical model that can solve these kinds of problems, not just starting tops down and moving the economy that way.
Hank Greenberg, let me ask you about Barack Obama. He tried in that interview, as you saw, to appear measured, reasonable on the economy. Somebody wasn't going to do damage to the free market. Did he win you over with that argument?
Was that addressed to me? Because the traffic here is horrible. Can't hear. I'm not hearing a word.
Hank, that was addressed to you. Hank, I was asking, did you think Barack Obama was persuasive in trying to come across as moderate and somebody who wasn't going to harm the market?
I just said the traffic is so heavy here. I'm not hearing you, but what I thought I heard you say, Obama's, boy, you're not coming through here. It's all noise.
Yeah. Hank Greenberg, let me try to get that to you. You know, we just watched John's interview with Barack Obama. He came across measured and straight. Did he win you over? What are you seeing in Barack Obama when it comes to business? Are you with us?
Yeah, I can hear that. Look, I think McCain's policies are the ones that the country needs. What we don't need is a tax increase, a capital gains increase. That's the worst thing we can do. Let the free market operate. We don't need protectionism. That's the worst thing we can do also. I mean, I don't understand why the things that have made this country great, we want to change. Let the market work. The other thing I would say is simply because we've had a housing problem, and it's been a severe one, let's not overreact and start passing new legislation at the time in the middle of this thing. Let's find out what we need rather than suddenly do what we've done in the past sometimes, start legislating and interfere with the market economy. Let's let the market
Hank,
work.
let me get Don Peebles in here. Don, do you think Barack Obama, what do you say to the idea that he's going to take us down a dark alley of protectionism and tax increases?
He's not saying anything like that at all. Senator Obama's talking about moving the country forward and creating an opportunity for all Americans to have their share of the American dream. The American economy is based on consumer spending. It's based on consumers having money and having jobs. And Senator Obama is talking about making sure we have a balance in the economy. Frankly, I don't buy this.
But what he said, he wants to renegotiate NAFTA. That's the last thing in the world we should try to.
What we're talking about, first of all, is what made this country great is American entrepreneurship, hard work by the average American person, and the opportunity of upward mobility. What made this country great is not having a handful of Americans making hundreds of millions of dollars for running public companies, not investing a dime of their own money, and getting treatment of capital gains. For example, in my business, the real estate industry, when I develop a condo, I'm taxed when I sell those units as ordinary income. When major developers of housing units, they're taxed as ordinary income. When someone sells a company, that they put no money into, work very little on it, and they sell their shares, they could be taxed as ordinary income or capital gains. That should be ordinary income. And anybody running a hedge fund, for example, we've got people running hedge funds and private equity firms. In fact, the private equity firms that invest in my projects, when they invest in a condo project, they pay capital gains and I pay ordinary income. Not fair.
Yeah, but why are you picking on one little sector of the economy? Public companies have been run by people who have made this country great.
Right.
The greatest thing that was public companies, corporations that have created jobs and wealth. What you don't want to do is have wealth redistribution in the country. That's not what America's all about.
Actually, America's about...
Gentlemen, we're going to continue talking about this, and we want you to stick around because we want you to get your opinions on Senator McCain as well. That's where we're going next.